We're live.
And we're live.
Hi, everybody. We're back with another creepypasta. And this time we have another guest. It's Omegon. Yay.
Yay!
Moist. Yay.
Totally moist right now.
Good lord.
Alright, so we're going to be reading the Eyeless Jack story. And that's going to be a hell of a time.
Fuck my life.
Since he's a narrator...
Perhaps after everything is done, yes.
What?
Nothing.
Okay. So I guess since you're the guest, would you like to be the narrator?
I'm looking down at my pasta baked dinner and I'm looking at the story and I'm like, what do I want to do more, read or eat? It's a tough choice. Give me a sec while I put a mouthful of pasta in my mouth.
Okay. I haven't even had lunch yet, man.
To be fair, there's a time difference too, so.
It's 3 o'clock where I am.
It's 2 o'clock where I am.
It's 8 o'clock where I am.
Yeah, I know. It's just like, I normally would have had lunch before this time.
I already had lunch. I had, gosh, what are they, like, cheese
Oh my god, there are 2 cats
or whatever.
fighting in my back garden. Can you hear that?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah, I
thought
could
it
kinda
was
hear it
actually
for a
on
second.
Losing.
We're right go at each other. Gobby little shits. My apologies.
Don't worry about it. It's good ambiance.
Yeah, disclaimer, you might hear my dogs barking sometimes. Right now they're curled up and sleeping, but yeah.
I actually have 5 dogs around me. I'd like to use the same. I apologize if they do bark.
Yeah,
I don't have any animals, but I do have a brother, so...
Same thing.
Pops into the room.
Hey, what are you doing?
Rennie, why are you cussing?
Leave me alone.
Oh, goodness.
Mom and Dad swear to leave me alone.
Hmm.
I'm an adult. I can speak however I wish.
I'm just saying now that the cat's adding to the ambiance of the story.
Maybe.
Yay.
Good. No, I know, oh my god, it's one of our cats standing on a fence next to a stupid ginger cat.
The ginger cat?
The ginger cat's not our cat.
I see.
Oh, goodness.
It's
Why someone-
infuriating.
If I just send one of the dogs out and point at the cats, they'll run right up to the fence and scare them away.
Yeah, Thrax is saying boobs.
Uh-oh, already.
Oh, I didn't think we did it. Wait, who's got them?
Yeah.
Where are they?
Well, Maddie has boobs.
Wait, what?
What?
I have boobs, Rennie has boobs. Why are we
Apparently.
saying boobs? Damn it, Thrax.
Rennie barely has boobs.
I'm copying this to service. Here.
Well, I'm also eating a little bit. I'm having some Reese's peanut butter cups.
Oh, they're so good.
I have the minis, so I have multiple.
I was sent some of those from someone in the States because we don't have many of those here. Yeah, they're amazing.
They're delicious.
Yeah. I have peanut. I don't know. I don't know if you guys have them where you're at, Omegon, but my mom got like peanut butter cream filled Oreos.
We don't have those, but we have like chocolate bars with like mint and Oreo in, and peanut butter Oreo. Oh no, that is a chocolate bar with peanut butter and Oreo in. Yeah.
That sounds delicious.
Just straight up peanut butter Oreos.
Well, if it wasn't going to be that, I'd just grab a bar of chocolate and dip it in peanut butter.
Well, I mean, there's
Well, I wouldn't
Nutella
blame
too, so.
Sounds healthy.
Oh, you should hear about half the things that I've seen at the state that I'm at.
Oh, state fairs! Oh my gosh, no.
Not the state fair. I've never been.
State fairs are bad for your health, though. Holy
I was
crap,
sent a
the
care
calories
package
there.
of sweets from the States, and when I opened the package, I looked inside and saw all these sweets, and I was like, now I understand your obesity problem.
Well, I actually went.
You know, you bought a
quick-
sticker from, you bought a thing from Teespring off my thing, yeah?
Yeah, I did.
It pops up with your state on it. I'm like,
it
I now
does.
understand your problem. That's all it does. It just tells me the state. It's not like, oh my god, I've got her address. I'm going to tell everyone.
Well, at least you know where
Just
to go if you
mention
ever
the
to come over.
To be honest, I'm not willing to, considering how big my country is, and I can barely be bothered to go to a corner shop. Do you really think I'm going to be willing to walk across any state?
No, but there's.
Well, I mean, technically, if you go to like near DC, it's technically you can go into 3 states, 3 separate states, technically. But that's just DC. No, not to my knowledge. Let me see.
No, there's that little marker that links 5 states together.
I think they just have a sign.
Says.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Let me see.
I mean, that's what I get when I'm driving into like Georgia or somewhere else. Like, you are now entering Georgia. You are now exiting Tennessee. We hope you come back. Hope you come back.
You should see Poisoning the Well. They're in Georgia, aren't they?
Yeah, my state has the title "The Good Life" and home of Arbor Day. Nebraska, my brosif. Yeah.
Well,
Nebraska.
Mine has the very weird distinction of being the volunteer state. I think it was because when there was like war times.
I associated with the Tennessee Titans. I am sorry.
Well, I think it was when during a war there was actually the most volunteers from my state.
Yeah, understandable.
Like volunteered for service.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I have finished my pasta bake.
Yum.
Let me see if I can.
All right, so now we're gonna. Now we're gonna start the story.
Am I gonna have the link?
I gave it to
I'm
him
looking at it
before,
now.
Okay.
before the hangout link.
There's them. Hello, my name is Mitch. I feel like bad name. So what am I supposed to just read like the first paragraph or something?
We're just reading the whole thing, but
we'll interject at points, but that's about it, really.
Oh, you interrupt.
Just interject with any issues you have while reading it. You can interject with it, basically.
My
It's
issue
gonna
is
take a
I'm
little
reading.
bit.
what?
Nothing.
Okay.
Okay, so do you want to just start reading, yeah?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello, my name is Mitch. Say hi, Mitch.
Hi, Mitch.
I'm here to tell you guys. I'm here to tell you guys and girls about an experience I had. I don't know if it was paranormal or was it? There's no such thing as paranormal or whatever stupid words people use to describe supernatural phenomena, non-existent. But after that thing visited me, I believe in that paranormal trash. It is just trash. Now.
Well, yes.
Hashtag skeptic.
Yes.
TM.
Hashtag skeptic TM.
Oh, I'm loving this already.
Oh, golly.
You can tell I don't have a voice. Oh, Omegon has a voice for ASMR, but he does not have a voice for creepypasta.
No, but I like it so far. Anyways, it's just about an experience I had. Yes, please, we will all listen and believe. Just kidding. No, we won't.
That's
This is exactly how you can tell it's not real, because it starts with the fucking, I didn't believe in this, but now I fucking do.
Yeah.
That's a very big cliche here.
There's
idea.
one trope to fucking avoid with these damn stories. It's the I seen it, now I believe it, damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like how when I began my rewrite, I was like, there was always something wrong. I just didn't notice until it was too late.
Yeah.
A week after I moved in with my brother, I don't have one, Edwin, after my house was foreclosed, my house is fine, I finished unpacking. I never unpack. Edwin liked the idea of me moving in, since we had not seen each other after 10 years. That would be accurate for me and many of my siblings. So I was excited too. I soon fell asleep after I moved in. I would not do that. For like a whole fucking week. I am so sad. After that 1 week, After that 1 week, I heard rustling noises coming from outside at about 1 a.m. Because you're awake at 1 o'clock in the morning. Go to bed earlier. I thought it was a raccoon, non-existent in my country. Let's go with squirrel. So I ignored and tried to fall asleep. Not going to happen. Get the coffee on. The next morning, I told Edwin about it, and he agreed. I doubt it.
Yeah, it's
no
like,
brother agrees with the other brother.
Yeah, but if you were in like the more rural part of my state, someone would probably go out there with a gun if they kept hearing it. It's like, all right,
all right, some bitch needs to die.
I'm gonna eat me some raccoons tonight.
No, so my neighbor. Okay, can I share a story quick?
Sure.
So my neighbor had like a fucking possum on her back porch once. This fucking thing like was sitting there. I think it might have had babies or some shit with it too. And so my neighbor, like, she didn't know this, so she like tried poking at it. But this motherfucker was alive. So that was an experience. And then she had to like shoo off. I don't know if you guys know what mourning doves are.
I think so, yeah.
They're like the ones that go coo like early in the morning. They'll be going like constantly.
I've seen those. I live by the ocean. I rarely hear those.
Yeah. And then they, but yeah, I think my neighbor also got so annoyed at some months that she had her BB gun, and at a couple points she'd like start trying to shoot him with the BB gun.
Yeah.
That's like plastic pellets, I think, isn't it?
Yeah. I remember my grandpa told a story about how he had a cork gun and he removed the string from the end, and, well, his house was having a rat problem, and there was a pin that he put into his cork gun cork. And he actually shot the cork gun at a mouse and killed it with the pin.
Holy mother.
Like, no wonder you went into the military later in life.
Jesus Christ.
The guy is 91 and he's still
Not
alive.
Bad.
Yeah.
With very few health problems. In fact, he's pretty healthy.
That's not bad. My great grandfather was similar in that regard, in health problems, non-existent, skinny as hell, and just never had health issues. And then shortly after my great grandmother passed, everything hit him at once. Wow. Decided to give up, motherfucker.
Well, my grandma's actually had
chocolate. He had a massive stack of chocolate. He couldn't have just left that to me in his will. The fuck.
That would have been the most amazing will. And
I hereby leave all my chocolate to Omegon. Yes. My great-grandson Omegon gets all the chocolate. I would have been so happy. Okay, so the next night, however, I thought I heard my window opening and a loud thump, as if something entered my room. I thought I heard my window opening and a loud thump. That doesn't sound right. Whatever. I darted up and looked around my room.
Why not, like, I heard my window opening, followed by the sound of a loud thump.
Maybe that's a way that they could correct it.
The sentence didn't make much sense. Fuck it. I darted up and looked around my room. Wouldn't have done that. I would have rolled back over and gone, fuck it. But I saw nothing. The next morning, Edwin dropped his coffee cup when he saw me. I looked at my mirror and I saw it. I had a large gash in my left cheek. What? Shouldn't have let the guy try and dick me in the face.
No, it's like, if I heard something in my room, I would not have gone back to sleep. I would have just grabbed the knife I keep under my other pillow. I was like, who's there?
A very small room.
Just grab my
room. If I just reach over the bedside table, just grab my sword, because I'm English, and we have those.
Actually,
so go
on. You know the video game Alice, the Madness Returns?
Oh, Lord. I think I know what you're going for.
I actually have a knife that looks like the primary weapon in that game. I actually keep that under the second set of pillows in my room. I'm just like, it's right next to me if I need it.
I'm not ruining my bed with a knife. I will use a sword because I'm a pro.
I don't have any swords that belong to me. My brother has the Master Sword from Legend of Zelda, but that's down in the basement, and I'm not going down there.
I have a nice little collection. I'm really sad. I'm English, so we just have swords because it's part of it's our only defense mechanism against the terrorists.
Yay.
So, after I was rushed to the hospital, my doctor told me that I must have been sleepwalking. Then he showed me something that made my blood turn cold. He lifted up my shirt to reveal a sewn-up incision where my kidneys were. Right. Okay, you mentioned before the stream. Okay. I started in his eyes.
What?
No, fuck it. We're committing to this. I started in his eyes. My eyes widening. Lost your left kidney last night. We don't know how, though. Sorry, Mitch. My doctor told me.
Okay. This is where I mentioned the medical knowledge thing. Like I said, my mother is a nurse, and she's told me, like, if a doctor saw that a guy was missing his kidney, he came in with, like, a very bad stitching job done on a kidney incision, it's just like, he would be hooking you up to dialysis immediately, as well as giving you some stuff.
Feel it. Like, you'd visibly feel it.
Yes, I don't think you would get out of bed without going like, something doesn't feel right.
I just put my white shirt on. Oh, look, it's going red here.
Kidney stones don't fucking feel right. You feel like you're gonna fucking vomit or some shit. Like
the day I'm unlucky enough to have one, I'm gonna pretend they don't exist. They're not real.
But it's just like, you would definitely feel the cut at least. Like, even if he gave you some like anesthesia or whatever, you'd still be feeling it. It's like, hey, something doesn't feel right. I feel kind of numb on this side.
I feel like the wind's being knocked out of me every single time I move my fucking legs.
Like half my I can't feel half of my body. Oh well, I guess I'm fine. And it's not like you would be bleeding all over the sheets. Oh no.
How the fuck would they get that
was my
incision?
breaking point. Around midnight, I woke up to see a truly horrifying sight. I was staring face to face with a creature with a black hoodie. A creature fucking bellend. And dark blue mask.
That's racist!
Yeah, it's racist. With no nose or mouth. I think he's talking about me. Dear God. Mouth staring down at me. The thing that scared me the most was that it had no eyes. Okay, well, it's not moving. Just empty black sockets. The creature
so Omegon 20 years into the grave.
After alcohol and drug addiction, yes. The creature also had black substance dripping from its sockets. Well, it's black jizz. I grabbed the camera nearby on the mantle and took a picture. After the picture took, the creature lunged at me and tried to claw open my chest to get to my lungs. I stopped it by kicking it in the face, and as I ran to my room, I grabbed my wallet. I would need the money. I ran to my brother's house into the night, and I eventually ended up in the woods near Edwin's house and tripped on a rock.
Okay, right. What? You're grabbing a wallet when you leave?
But you're running into the woods, so it's okay.
Shouldn't you grab a fucking weapon first, motherfucker?
No, see, don't you know, when you run by a tree, you can withdraw cash from its wood.
And you can pay all the animals to not attack you.
No, you debit the credit on the card, on the
it's like
on the
paying
bark of the
fucking
tree.
Muppet from Undertale to like lessen the damage she inflicts on you or some shit.
I missed what he said. What?
Sorry.
Don't know. What did I say? I have no idea.
I don't know. Okay.
Don't know.
Damn it, Maddie.
Anyway.
Okay, so it says that it's trying to get at your lungs. Okay, so wait. Hold on a second. He cut you on your cheek first when he was trying to get to your kidney. That wouldn't work at all. Why did he do that? Were you just putting it there to go like, hey, I'm getting hurt? Or anything else? But why didn't he cut you on, I don't know, maybe your foot the next time? They're just like, is that how I get to the lungs?
Fuck
oh, wait, no. Rawr, now I want your lungs.
Don't know. Should I carry on?
Go ahead.
I fell unconscious and woke up in the hospital because I'm a bitch. My doctor entered the room, the same one who treated me before. I have good news and bad news, Mitch. My doctor started. Had minor injuries, congratulations. And your parents are going to pick you up because you're a bitch. The bad news is that your brother is being killed by something. Sorry. Mitch. Bitch.
A doctor would not fucking say that. You would go outside probably, and your parents would be talking with the fucking police, probably crying their eyes out because their kid's dead, and you would not be fucking hearing that from the doctor.
And the doctor would not just go like, "Oh yeah, your brother's dead. Sorry. Anyways, get out and pay me money."
Didn't be the bearer of bad news or anything.
The Like, anyways, get out and pay your bill.
Yeah. Not in my country. With NHS, suck it. My parents took me back to Edward's house to collect my remaining belongings because I'm a bitch, which I did. Upon entering my room, I was scared because I'm a bitch, but remained calm. Camera, then hang on, didn't you grab your camera, run out with the camera? Fuck it.
Hold on,
Then stopped dead in my tracks. In the hallway leading to my room, I saw Edwin's body and something small lying next to it. Entered my parents' car, not mentioning Edwin's corpse, because they, of course, didn't know he was already dead in there. I looked at the thing I had picked up and vomited. I was holding my stolen half-eaten kidney with some black substance. I'm sorry, what?
How would you not realize that?
Yeah, exactly. How did you not know to begin with? And then look, you just picked it up anyway because it looked interesting. Oh, look, shiny. Magpie, pick it up. It's my fucking kidney. Kidney from everyone else's.
Yeah, how would you know without like some sort of blood test or something?
How the fuck did this get 8.7?
I have no idea. Fangirls, I guess.
8.7 out of 10 on creepypasta. Fuck.
Oh,
Someone should Oh, hang on, no. The comment. Someone should rewrite this more vividly. It just seems like it's rushed.
Well, yeah, it is.
Sherlock.
Kinda. Maybe not make the character not a bitch.
Yeah, every single time I see the name Mitch, my mind automatically goes back to Mitch, who's like in I think Mad Woman Frozen server. And in Frozen server, he's his nickname is Mitch the Bitch.
Oh, Frozen Binary.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm on her server. Because she's on mine because we're good friends.
Yeah, it's yeah, but
both of us are on her server too.
Yeah.
Oh golly.
It's like that's exactly my sentiment. It's like someone just came on here and pounded out something without thinking it through or even rereading it just to make sure it made any sense, which unfortunately it doesn't.
Someone says challenge accepted on rewriting it. So let's hope for a better version.
Yes, I actually rewrote one of the other ones that we read. It was Clockwork, Your Time Is Up.
As if the fucking inclusion of the title later on in the story was not fucking bad enough.
Yeah, that was our first stream. We didn't really know what we were doing at that point.
Mm.
I was also considering rereading it for today, but, you know.
Meh.
Because I just wanted to do a better job this, like, on another time.
Yeah, we can do it another time.
Yeah. But it's just, I don't know. I have some big problems with this. One, it is really rushed. I mean, most stories just take a little while to get to the creepy stuff. This one's just like, trying to get it out of the gate. Blood.
Blood
Also,
right up in
medical
your face.
inaccuracy.
Amazing.
Yeah, there's that too. Fucking wonderful.
But it's just like, I don't know. I always have a weird voice for the doctor, so I'm glad I didn't do it this time.
Hmm.
They would have gone like, I have good news and bad news, Mitch.
Oh. It's fucking
Good news is that
amazing.
you have minor injuries and your parents are going to pick you up. The bad news is that your brother has been killed by some ... thing. Sorry.
There we fucking go. Wonderful.
Okay, why would you? It's like also quick thing. Why is Edwin's body still in the house? Wouldn't the
Why
police
is there
have
no
taken
police
it?
tape? Why are you being allowed in the house? Period. Wouldn't the police have come by and taken your shit out?
Exactly. If the doctor knows, it means the police know. If the police know, then what? How is he not? And how do the parents not seem to know?
Yeah. Did the police just go? Let's just leave him.
Oh my goodness.
Fuck it. Let's just leave it.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, this is so bad. That was just like some weird, like, I don't know. There are fangirls for this character. I am not even joking.
The chat is going.
Nuts.
Thrax says Mitch the Ripper. The The Forbidden Thinker says, reminds me of the horror film Signal. That movie's horror was extremely rushed as well. And then Psycho says moist and asks Threx if he has a new avatar.
So who does what? Who has a new avatar? Oh, Thrax does. Yeah, I've noticed. That's new. Yeah. Nice.
It's cool. Looks like a little dinosaur.
Yeah. But yes, why is the body still at the house? Police would have moved it, and they would have had a forensic pathologist come along and do an autopsy. Would have also, I don't know, picked up the bagged kidney.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think it was bagged. He just said it was there. Because he just picked up an object. I don't think there was a bag for it.
Oh, right, yeah. Like the stolen kidney. You would have also known, just by the feeling of it, it's a kidney. Or at least it is a fleshy organ of some sort.
I've cut kidneys for dinner once, making a steak and kidney pie. Yeah, there's a distinctive feel to those.
I've cut open lungs before, and a heart, because I was
I've done that too.
I was doing an autopsy. Well, not an autopsy. I was just doing like a lab dissection thing.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
They were from pigs, and they were fresh.
Mm-hmm. I went to my local butcher's and got a heart because my butcher's near my school, and a lot of the no jokes, a lot of the guys all left, and there I am with some this piggy heart gone weird.
Yeah, but it's also yes, Stabby. But it was all warm still, like the heart was still warm.
Oh, that's the worst. I've always seen like organs, and I think, gosh, what was it? I thought I remembered like handling something before, and I don't know if it was an organ or something like that, but I remembered like I either saw something about it or I did it myself, but I was like it was like somebody wearing gloves, and it was just like taking apart this organ. You take it apart, it's like all grisly and like almost kind of stringy for some organs.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like the lungs and shit. Like it's
But I was the only girl in my class who didn't run out and pretend to gag.
Oh, really?
I'm just like, I want to have a look at this. This is cool. And people wondered why everyone else in my class thought I was the weird kid.
Aww.
I don't consider it weird. I consider it very, very nice because I too am like surprisingly I'm very gory, and I was like that's part of the reason why I watched like so many of like Your Movie Sucks. I watched so many of his like horror reviews because I'm just like, oh, this looks like it'll be a shit show to watch him tear into. So
yeah, and like for some reason I have a bit of a problem with movies like Contagion, just because I don't know. The thought of a global pandemic is actually kind of scary to me.
Yeah, and then it's entirely possible, so even worse, really. But
especially for me, since I'm on immunosuppressants for my Crohn's disease. Because otherwise, my immune system is way too overzealous for its own good. There have been points in my life where everyone else in my family got sick, and I was the only person who was still well. This was like when I was around, 8 years old. My mom, my dad, and my brother, they were all sick. I was the only one who wasn't. And I couldn't cook anything. I was offering to make them some food. So I got out some peanut butter and jelly, and I made them sandwiches.
Aww.
Because I didn't know how to use the stove yet.
I just imagine a very small Rennie just running around the house and like giving people little peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. That's adorable. I'm supposed to be reading a creepypasta. Why am I thinking of adorable shit?
I don't know. But yeah, going on to the fangirls, it doesn't really make any sense. But
Cannibals.
At the same time, I can actually think of some instances where this does make sense. For example, with real-life serial killers such as, for example, Charles Manson, there were women really wanting to marry this dude.
Why?
Didn't he, hasn't he married someone, or isn't he engaged to someone?
He married someone while he was in jail.
Really young lady?
Yeah, he married someone while he was in jail, and she got to go in to visit, and they did the do, and well, he has a kid.
Well, no, isn't he married again?
Yeah, I think he did. But there was also women who wanted to marry Ted Bundy.
What did Ted? I can't remember these guys. What did Ted Bundy do? Because the names are familiar. I just can't remember.
Ted Bundy was a serial murderer and rapist.
Oh yeah.
He raped and murdered over, I don't know how many it was. I think it was over 70.
Yeah, and then I gotta remember. I don't have to, but I was just like I remember today because I was like looking through the movie. I was kind of like looking through once again your movie sucks stuff about Megan is Missing. And there's a similar case to that from Ohio in Cleveland where those 3 girls were kidnapped, and there was this guy that was completely normal. Nothing seemed off about him, and yet he still committed all these really awful things and assaulted the girls in multiple ways, and thank goodness he didn't kill any of them, but it was still kind of like a weird case.
Yeah, well, I have the numbers for Ted Bundy right here. He was a 1970s serial murderer, rapist, and necrophiliac. Bundy was executed in Florida's electric chair in 1989. Bundy admitted to 36 killings of young women, but experts believe he could have actually killed more than 100 people.
Ugh. These people are gross, man. Necrophilia.
That's gross. It's disgusting.
It's fucking... Oh. It is fucking. Damn, that's disgusting. Like, just... Ugh. Even after seeing that movie ending, I'm just like, oh, fucking...
yeah,
imagining, just ew. Just vivid imagination is not good. Not good at all.
Psycho, no.
No.
This is like dead bitches can't say no. Also, it's like Charles Manson was to receive the death penalty in 1971. He was found guilty for the murders of 7 people and is sentenced to death. 1972, the death penalty is abolished in California. The sentences for all Manson family members are commuted to life in prison. So he's still alive. Scary.
Oh fuck! So Charles Manson is still living?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, his parole was denied again by the governor, even though it was approved by the committee.
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, you want to look at really creepy cases. There were a couple cases. I want to say it was the Nevada State Prison. That how many people did they had a gas chamber in this prison, and they put people in this chair, and it's like a little vault. The last thing that person fucking saw was that vault closing and people staring in through this window to make sure that they're fucking dead once the gas goes off. Once it's done going through and they gotta flush out the chamber and all that shit so they can get the body out and all that. But the thing was, that prison closed down, but that gas chamber killed 40 people. 39 men, 1 woman. In one fucking prison. So... death penalty, yeah, that was pretty fucking... It's rough, but at the same time, you gotta be honest, just the amount of shit that these people put others through is just... Ugh.
Alright, I was actually going to give at least one example of a female killer, just because gender equality.
Temptation.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure feminists don't really want to acknowledge female killers because females can do no wrong.
Yeah, for one, there's Eileen Wuornos, who is a serial killer.
Ew.
And I'm just going to give the first woman sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole in Australia. And her name is Catherine Mary Knight. She was the first Australian woman to be sentenced to life imprisonment without parole. She was convicted of the murder of her partner, John Charles Thomas Price. He had 4 names. Born the 6th of January, 1955. in October of 2001 and is currently detained in Silverwater Women's Correctional Center. Now, she had a bad early life and stuff like that, but she already had she had like 3 husbands over the course of her life. It says that she first met her first husband, David Kellett, I think it's Kellett, in 1973 and completely, dominated him. If Kellett got into a fight at the hotel, Knight would step in and back him up with her fists without fail. So yeah, she was kind of a really brutish person. In Aberdeen, she was renowned for offering armed combat to anyone who upset her. And on their wedding night, she tried to strangle him. Knight explained it was because he fell asleep after only having intercourse 3 times.
Oh.
Yeah, that's great.
Ugh.
Also, I should have mentioned, Catherine was a well-renowned butcher.
I found another lady. I mean, it's an older case, like really, really old.
Okay, Psycho, that was a good one.
Elizabeth Bathory. That's probably not how you pronounce her last name, but she was from Hungary, and she was a noble who. And it says she was a noble who owned land in the Kingdom of Hungary, now Hungary and Slovakia, and Transylvania, now Romania, which were areas of Habsburg monarchy. Labeled the Guinness World Records as most prolific female murderer, though the precise number of victims is debated. Her and 4 collaborators were accused of torturing and killing hundreds of young women between 1585 and 1609. The highest number cited during her trial was 650.
Yeah. She was like a pretty big base for a lot of vampire stories, as well as she's kind of famous for that. Anyways, Catherine murdered her 3rd partner, Jonathan Price, in this certain manner. I'm going to read this here. In February 2000, a series of assaults on Price culminated with Knight stabbing Price in the chest. Finally fed up, he kicked her out of his house. On the 29th of February, he stopped at the Scone Magistrates Court on his way to work and took out a restraining order to keep her away from both him and his children. He had 3 kids, by the way, just mentioned. Anyway, that afternoon, Price told his co-workers that if he did not come to work the next day, it would be because Knight had killed him. They pleaded with him not to go home, but he told them that he believed she would kill his children if he did not. Price arrived at home to find that Knight, although not there herself, had sent the children away for a sleepover at a friend's house. He then spent the evening with his neighbors before going to bed at 11 p.m. Earlier that day, Knight had bought new black lingerie and had videotaped all her children while making comments which have since been interpreted as a crude will. Knight later arrived at Price's house while he was sleeping and sat watching TV for a few minutes before having a shower. She then woke Price, and they did the do, after which he fell asleep. At 6 a.m. the next morning, the neighbor became concerned that Price's car was still in the driveway, and when Price did not arrive at work, his employer sent a worker to see what was wrong. Both the neighbor and the worker tried knocking at Price's bedroom window to wake him, but after noticing blood on the front door alerted the police, who arrived at 8 a.m. Breaking down the back door, police found his body with Knight comatose from taking a large number of pills. She had stabbed Price with a butcher's knife while he was sleeping. According to the blood evidence, he woke and tried to turn on the light before attempting to escape while Knight chased him through the house. He managed to open the front door and get outside, but either stumbled back inside or was drugged back into the hallway, where he finally died after bleeding out. Later, Knight went into Aberdeen and withdrew $1,000 from Price's ATM account. Price's autopsy revealed that he had been stabbed at least 37 times in both the front and back of his body, with many of the wounds extending into vital organs. Several hours after Price had died, Knight skinned him and hung the skin from a meat hook in the architrave of a door to the lounge room. She then decapitated him and cooked parts of his body, serving up the meat with baked potato, pumpkin, zucchini, cabbage, yellow squash, and gravy in 2 settings at the dinner table, along with notes beside each plate, each having the names of one of Price's children on it. She was preparing to serve his body parts to his children. So she got sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
But did the
Thank
kids
the
get a
Lord.
solid?
No, they did not. They did not get to eat
Aw.
dad. Because they're
Damn
like,
it.
no!
Everyone, their dad will always be inside them.
Oh, that's terrible.
Damn it.
Don't
This
you
is
want
why
your
we do
dad-
this podcast.
What? What was that?
In the right state? I'm sure people will be like, "When's Daddy and me?
Oh my god.
Can't wait for Daddy to get inside me."
Oh,
Wonderful.
it just sounds wrong.
I know. I think that's the intent.
Yeah, that was the whole point.
In some places, I'm pretty sure that wouldn't be too fucking uncommon in the world, sadly.
Explains why I don't have a thing for calling a partner daddy.
Cool.
Hmm?
On Daddy. Just call anyone Daddy.
Okay.
Don't you want to call them Daddy?
Okay, this got... Yeah, I'm not gonna comment on that one, but yeah.
You smile, I don't care.
That's what matters, is that we make everyone smile.
Yay.
Oh, golly.
All right.
We still have more of this thing to do?
Well, if you wanted to keep going with stuff. Like just talking about stuff.
Let me see after this. Oh, that's it. Okay, that was it. Fuck.
Yeah, that was a short story.
That really doesn't give you much, like, fucking... Well, for the story, yeah, that it really doesn't give you much fucking shit to go off of. Like, you don't give the backstory of Jack. You don't give the fucking... You don't give really any insight into him. Like, what was the point of, like, showing this killer and not explaining him? Or not leaving the cliffhanger of explaining him. Like, maybe he bumps into the police on his way out and... Or something. I don't know. It's so weird. Not used to it. What the fuck?
Yeah, I was considering pulling up another short one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I don't know. Are there any other short ones? But
Well, I can think of another one that I was considering.
Which one?
One of the other ones I proposed to you.
I'm not familiar with them, so I wouldn't know. Aside from Clockwork, because that one scarred me.
All right. Let's see, where is it? Okay, there's I don't think this is the one I was looking for.
I get to have fish later, and after that cannibalism joke, can I say that I am eating lesbians?
Oh my. Yeah.
Oh, that was a bad one. That was a really fucking bad one. Oh, Kuma's here.
Hi, Kuma.
Baby brother here.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Psycho 216 says, at Renita, is there crying baby porn? I'm sure that's illegal.
No, I don't think there is. I found another one. It's a little bit longer. Just a little.
Which one is that?
All right. It's not the exact one I was thinking of, but, you know, it's similar.
Or we could, if you don't want to do a creepypasta, we could always talk about demons, because we know that I am avid in talking about demons and paranormal activity.
Well, not everybody here believes in them, so let's just go with something else.
Oh, okay.
And this somehow gets 8.9 stars. I am expecting a significant increase.
No, fuck
by
you.
the
I don't
way,
want a creepypasta.
Lou is trying to talk to you. He's almost done with Bendy and the Ink Machine. He's making a Bendy and the Ink Machine story, and you're in it.
Oh boy.
Very sweet of you, child.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so
make sure that it does not end without me going batshit on something.
Oh boy.
It's quite long.
Yeah, it's quite a bit longer. You don't have to read. You don't have to narrate if you do not want to.
Oh, I do not want to.
Oh golly.
You can be the person that says stuff if you want to.
Found another one. Oh.
It's like, okay. This story is called "Will You Play With Me?" Sounds
sexual.
Oh boy,
yeah.
Of course. They all have to sound sexual. That's the number one thing with these bastards, is they all have to sound sexual.
They all seem like they're trying to work out their issues. It's like, I never wanted to reveal my story, but it has to be done. It's been so long and nobody's known. But now I confide in you, the reader, to read my story and attempt to comprehend the horrors I experienced, and also to try and figure out how I'm supposed to use a comma, because it's not supposed to be this many times. Because you used it 4 times.
How many fucking commas is that? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's 3 in one sentence. Lord, unless you're listing something.
It's like, but now I confide in you, the reader, to read my story. Well, yes, obviously, because we're the reader. We're reading.
Say, I confide in you, and then that would be it.
I'm confiding in you, the reader, and attempt to while I attempt to comprehend the horrors I've experienced. Yeah, I was a writer before a lot of these things that I do now. Well, to be quite frank, singing was the first thing that I was really good at.
Yeah. Drawing was probably the first thing that I was actually decent at.
I tried to draw anime.
I'm still working on it.
I tried to draw anime as a child. They just looked like stick figures with very scary looking weird faces. I got rid of all of them. It's like, no, this is unholy, get out.
Woo.
I would do that with other old drawings, but I'm just like, no.
Yeah, this is okay.
But that's one of the good things in church. I learned how to sing before I could properly talk.
That's always fun.
So it's just gibberish. Okay, it says, my fingers stutter and shake, and tears cascade down my cheeks as I try to type this. Because you're kind of a bitch. But I warn you now, what you are reading cannot be unread. Well, yes, it can. I can bump my head tomorrow and forget this story happened. Or if I rolled enough,
hope and pray that I can.
Or if I rolled enough and my parents didn't have some weird stigma about it, I could drink and I could forget.
Yeah, but this then is fun.
If I were a forgetful alcoholic and I wouldn't know. I'm too young to drink.
This is true.
It was just an ordinary night in my apartment. I was tired. The days at the office had been so stressful lately. And I looked forward to the quiet release of sleep. Except that it doesn't happen because I'm kind of an insomniac and I have to wait a long time to actually fall asleep.
I think I'm turning into an insomniac. Yay!
Okay. I look. and I looked forward to the quiet release of sleep. I already read that. It always seemed to make everything better because you're, not awake anymore. But this night was different. Oh, do tell. Also, yes, what is it, Okuma?
Oh.
He is going like Rainy.
Rainy.
Yes, what? Read Hangouts. Akuma, I'm not on Hangouts. This is from YouTube.
YouTube. Read Hangouts. Where'd you get? Oh. Okay.
I've talked to him before. All right, conversations. Oh, he sent me a thing. Oh, okay. Sorry, I hadn't finished it earlier. I was just busy because I have a job now.
Yeah. I'm still looking. Ow. Shit, that hurt.
Hey, I was lucky enough to find the job that I have now. I mean,
I hit my knuckle. Ow. Ow.
But I will read it after this, don't worry.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. The wind seemed ominous.
How?
Word of the day is...
Word of the day is overcomplication.
And the sky seemed darker. It's nighttime. Of course it's dark.
How does it...
This
Okay.
is just like...
I'm going to complain about this. How the fuck can wind, an invisible thing, be ominous? I would normally assume ominous would be something visible.
Or, the howling of the wind.
Yeah, like the way the wind sounds, if it's blowing against something, and even then I would still question it being like, okay, how is that ominous? I would say if there's like the shadow of a tree or something over your window or some shit, that would be a little bit ominous. I would call that ominous. I wouldn't call like a sound ominous.
Mm-hmm. But the sky seemed darker. Is this like in SpongeBob where it's like, this isn't just regular darkness, this is advanced darkness?
Maybe.
Maybe if I close my eyes. It's like, hey, maybe if I close my eyes, it won't be so dark.
Nope!
Yeah, okay. And as I relaxed in my chair, watching my favorite sitcoms before bed, how relatable.
What sitcom? I know it's not really relevant, but what sitcoms and why would you call them sitcoms? You could say I was watching my favorite show.
Yeah.
Or something. Like,
kind of like
okay,
me last
fuck
night.
it, I'm gonna color a demon.
Kind of like last night how I was like watching Lord of the Rings Extended.
Uh-oh.
Sitcom doesn't have a hyphen in the middle. I just want to correct them.
Oh, lovely.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah. And by the way, I've got all 3 of the Lord of the Rings films on Extended and Hobbit as well. And yeah, that's amazing to watch the full extended version of.
I don't have the Hobbit on Extended, but I do have the other 3 movies. And I love the extended cuts because it actually adds stuff to make the story make more sense.
Oh god, yeah.
Before it's just like, how did they get there?
Extended cuts are such a turn on.
Yeah. Extended cuts make Renita-chan moist.
Yes.
Confirmed.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. 100 out of 100. Best thing.
You shall not pass.
Fuck!
That's what Akuma said. It's not my fault.
Oh. Okay. You shall not pass? Oh, yeah.
Oh, Mr. Problematic's like, Lou doesn't know what ominous means. All right, then I'll get the definition.
Oh, for
Look up ominous.
Sake.
That something bad or unpleasant is going to happen. Threatening.
We're going
threatening and auspicious. There were ominous dark clouds gathering overhead. I don't know if it, I don't know if it really goes to sounds as much.
Mr. Problematic in the chat. I haven't spoken to him in ages. Hello, Mr. Problematic. I love your music.
Yeah, you need to come on sometime when we're on Shitlords or something. It's probably gonna be early. It'd probably be early in the morning where you're at, but
Yeah, that's the reason why I've never been on.
Yeah, I will say it's worth coming on because it tends to be most of the time Mr. Problematic either playing the guitar or him and Bree attempting to sexually harass me or some shit.
Hello.
Is that it's more hilarious than it is actually sexual, but
Akuma
Just admit it, you're turned on. Just admit it, when I hit on you, you're turned on.
Oh my. Akuma says that he's going to write Eyeless Jack rewrite next.
Oh, Mr. Problematic says projection.
It's like,
maybe a little bit.
I saw what appeared as a strange silhouette standing outside my window. Okay, are you living on like a floor where that would not be possible?
I'm getting the implication that might be the case.
That might be something worth mentioning.
It's just standing on a tree branch like, how the fuck?
Or it's standing on invisible platform.
Oh, Lord.
You should screen share the creepypasta so everyone else can read it with you.
Okay, I will.
Yeah.
Let me just pull up the other...
We have a habit of like switching up the things so then we can figure out how we want to do this, and this is still pilot. Help me.
Just close all your porn tabs, Renita.
There we go. I actually have this on a separate tab. Like the only two windows I have open right now are the chat one, the Hangout stream, as well as this other page here.
Your porn's all safe. It's fine.
Okay, whatever.
You're Omegon porn.
I'm everywhere.
The hentai. Well,
sorry.
What was that?
That was me.
That was a yes.
That was Squeak.
That was Squeak. Why was it Squeak?
Because it's like, no. It's like, oh no, someone found out.
Busted.
Shit.
Oh no. But, yeah. So... Okay. Nothing. Like, I focused my full sight on what I thought was there. Nothing. Just darkness. Just go to sleep.
Go to motherfucking sleep like Jeff told you to. Fuck.
Jeff the Killer busts in through the window. Go to sleep!
Go to sleep, you little bastard.
This is the point where you go see a psychiatrist.
Oh, golly.
Where's a vampire?
Vampire. It's Edward Cullen.
Oh, Akuma's like, I think it'll be fun to add Omegon in the story.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I just didn't say it.
Hell yeah.
Hell yes.
Hey, if you include him, include me too. Yay.
Hell yeah.
Ship it.
Oh.
Make it even better.
Oh no, this is becoming public now. Oh goodness.
It's becoming public and I don't give a shit.
Okay. Let's see. All right. I figured I was just overtired. You mean you figured you were just tired? Overtired.
Or exhausted. Something other than that. What the fuck?
It's like, I figured I was just a little too tired. It's like, just a little too much work today. That's all. No, I think when you start seeing stuff, you've got a problem. I finished watching my show and retired to my bed. Yeah, I live in a big house, so when I'm all by myself at nighttime, I am a lot more scared. I run to my bedroom, which is the safest place in my house because it has the most locks on the door.
I can just imagine
locking myself
before you go to bed, right? You're in the living room with your family, and you stand up and declare, "I think I'll retire to my bedroom now, parents. Jolly good night, pip pip."
Yes, because
How the
Southern
fuck
family
would that
sounds
work?
Like that.
Why would you say retire to my bedroom? What fucking time period is this story? There needs to be clarification.
No, I'm just saying that I've got like a 2-story house.
I
in the
get fucking
suburbs.
angry.
That's how we all speak.
It doesn't help that my mom is like.
Retire.
It doesn't help that my mom normally helps kids with reading sometimes. So it's like I have the heightened like fucking English shit, and I like just got out of like English composition courses too the past couple quarters. So I'm just like sitting here like fucking all of these errors. Why?
I'm just that particular because I like writing a lot of things, and I like it when things are done well.
I like it when things make sense, and half the time that is not what fucking happens around me, and I get pissed about it.
Yes. But yeah, I would just, if I'm home alone and I hear stuff in my house, I'm just gonna run to my room, lock the doors to my room, and just like hide, because that's the safest place to be.
Yeah, understandable.
They're gonna break in. They've got a couple more locks to break through than on other doors.
And even then, if you have a window in your room, you can probably escape out the fucking window. Granted, if you're not 2 stories up.
I'm on the 2nd story.
Yeah, that's where I would start drawing issues.
Well, I've got sheets in my room that I could take off my bed and just start tying them to things.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm just gonna scale down.
Yay, scaling.
You think too much.
Yeah, a little too much.
Well,
Also, Akuma's trying to get my attention again. What is it?
What?
Oh, Laura Bones is here. Hi, Laura.
Yeah, she's here because I told her that when she sent me the link to her stream, I just got in from work and I was like, I'll quickly hop onto hers, harass her because you were drying your hair, and then hop on your stream. I told her about this stream.
Oh my god.
No. Everyone.
I would never.
Everyone. Laura's special. She loves tentacles.
Okay, so Laura Bones. Hashtag Omegon is a cunt.
Yep.
And then Bree says, Lou, nothing around you makes sense except for me and Mr. P. Damn right. Oh, I'm horrible.
Wants me to go back to Hangouts.
Ah.
He keeps wanting to tell me things.
Ah.
Just use Twitter, man.
I will watch the chat for you.
All right. Let's see. What's he saying this time?
Yes, Thorax, you got my attention. You're good.
All right. What is he saying?
No, he's just wondering if you got my attention. He said boobs. Tying things down with sheets sounds interesting, says Skittles McStabby Pants. Help me. Giggity. Oh boy.
Mm-hmm. But I'm not showing my whole screen.
That'd probably be the best thing.
Yeah, because I'm talking to someone. I'm talking to Akuma privately.
No. No.
What?
Look at the chat.
Oh. All right.
Lou needs laid. Everyone go to Twitter and help her out, says Mr. Problematic.
No.
Fuck you.
No, she's already got a guy.
First of all, I gotta be following you for you to actually send me any dicks. So unless they're gonna be on the Twitter timeline, then but good luck.
Okay.
Granted, there's a lot of shit on Twitter, so you could probably get away with it, but still.
Okay.
I'd probably just laugh.
As I tried my best to sleep, I heard the door at the end of my bedroom creak. I almost read that as crack for a second.
It's a butt crack. In the door. Yay.
Or there's just like a line of crack. Or he's just about to smoke some crack. I don't know. Maybe. I dismissed it. Too tired to get myself worked up over nothing. I then got the sense something was watching me. Oh, you don't say.
Insert Nicolas Cage here.
You don't say. Huh? What just happened?
What happened?
I heard a thing.
I
Heard a
didn't
noise.
say anything.
I don't
Cricket
know.
noise? I don't know. Chat's going. Oh boy.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Let's see. Anyway, I dismissed it, too tired to get myself worked up over nothing. I then got the sense something was watching me. I tried to shake it off. I just wanted to sleep.
Kuma's going bye-bye.
Oh, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Like, finally, I heard something breathing heavily and slowly, sorry. At first, I thought it was me and that I was just psyching myself out. So I held my breath for a moment. It wasn't me.
No shit.
I jolted upward from my bed and opened my eyes. I became frozen as I saw, at the foot of my bed, a young girl with long black hair, around the age of 6, in a white nightgown. She stared at me with unblinking eyes and a wide smile.
Okay, question. Why would you think it was her breathing when normally the sound of your own breathing it would be if you're old enough to be working and getting home from a job that you're tired, wouldn't that fucking mean that you're a lot older than 6? Because if you were thinking of like the pitch of your voice and stuff, your panting would not be sounding like that of a 6-year-old.
It'd be a lot lower.
Yeah, it would, and unless this 6-year-old is actually a fucking devil or something. That'd be even more interesting.
And Mr. P goes, and then then I grabbed my AR-15 and blasted that motherfucker. The end.
You would do that. That would be an amazing conclusion, though. That's quickest end to the story. That's the secret end. Pop it in her mouth. Dear Lord.
Okay. She had deep cuts covering her face, and her hands that hung at her side were covered in crimson. We both sat and stood. What? We both sat and stood, staring at each other for a good moment.
Sat and stood. Continuity! Is it a foreign concept with words or some shit? That's about the only word I can think of for it, though, is continuity. But
both implies that you're doing the same thing.
Well, sitting and standing, I think to be two different things.
We both stayed there, staring at each other for a good moment. Until she let out a horrifying inhuman scream. Sorry,
I thought you were yelling out a strangled rape.
No, it's like screech.
Yeah. I know, it just sounded for a second like you said rape.
At that moment, I tried to race for the door, but she leapt on my digging nails into my face. She leapt on my.
Why?
Leapt on my.
Does this person not have does it? We're gonna have to look into this author and see what their first language is.
It doesn't really say who wrote it. Let me check.
It should say at the bottom.
Say.
I think it says at the bottom. Maybe.
It doesn't really say.
Why do I still have this serial killer page open?
I don't know.
Because clearly he wants to be a serial killer.
No.
Some people might believe that.
Well, I mean, I have enough, I have a creative enough imagination that I've gone to dark, dark places, especially in these live streams. So it's not...
I have too much apathy to do that.
Althrax asks, wait, she's a banshee? And I'm like, no, she's an autist.
Same thing, isn't it? Huh?
Oh, fuck.
Aww.
And Bree says, "Oh my gosh, shit, sitting and standing are different." And then Mr. Problematic said, and then the ominous figure said, "Pardon me, can I borrow a cup of milk?"
Oh my god. Back in my day, we used to knock on the neighbor's door and ask for sugar, a cup of sugar.
Mr. Problematic, God is not watching right now.
Nah.
God's on a smoke break.
I would think so. With all the idiots in the world, he has to be on a smoke break at least once. Ugh. Hey, golly, though.
But, yeah. She left on my, digging her nails in my face, her dark black eyes inches away from mine, screaming all the way. Ah!
Is this a sex scene now?
No.
It's a 6-year-old girl and a however-year-old woman. I would not
Hey,
have...
they could be. Honestly, I have no idea how twisted this story truly is.
Neither do I. This is the
Could
first
be
time I'm
about
reading
child
it.
pornography. We don't know.
I hope not.
I'm hoping not as well, otherwise we're gonna get fucking flagged.
Yeah. The screaming became deafening and I soon lost my balance and hit my head on the table next to my bed. I lost consciousness.
Fucking ow.
Ow. I awoke in what appeared to be an empty basement. My clothes remained on, except for my shirt. Oh my.
This is fucking
There you
turning
go,
into
Thrax.
a fan fiction. What the...
There you go, Thrax. I hope that makes you happy now.
Bree says, God is on vacation. He's fucking some trannies. God went down and found his best weed. And then it says, he said, fuck this shit, I'm out. Oh, dear Lord, this is beautiful.
This is beauty and majesty. Yay.
Yeah, those 72 genders was the last straw, or maybe it was... Oh my gosh, no!
The 74 extra genders.
I thought it was 76.
It is. That's why I'm like...
I don't
they-
remember this
74
shit.
extra. So I said 74 extra. I'm excluding the 2 real ones.
True. Wait, Bree, are you implying that there's 4 genders and not 2?
Oh.
Goodness gracious. She's gonna give me shit for that one.
Doug says giggity.
Yep.
Oh, this is gonna get even worse. It's like, struggled to find my balance. My head was covered in dry blood. I looked at my arms. There were cuts all down them.
Are we sure it was blood from your body, though?
I don't know. It just says there were cuts all down her arms.
My implication was period, but okay.
Writing down words. I found the words read, "Will you play with me?" Oh boy.
Oh boy.
It was also written on both my sides. How can you tell?
Implications of this thing are unfortunate.
Yes. I gazed around the room in horror and found an iron door with blood seeping at the base. Oh goody, you found where the Cenobites live. Good job. Oh right, yes, I forgot. I solved the lament configuration, and I'm just too dumb to remember that. I guess Pinhead and the others were just a little too busy.
Eee.
Okay. Slowly made my way there. There was no sign of the girl, though I feared she may be behind the door. You're scared of a 6-year-old.
That shows your priorities in life. You're a fucking feminist. Congratulations. You don't want to have kids.
There was no sign of the girl, though I feared she may be behind the door. Despite my fear, I had to go in. I had to.
Why the fuck did you have to go in if you just said you didn't want to go through the door?
Because they were double dared to by me just now.
That's understandable.
Yeah. You can never
I
turn down.
I tell everyone they were chicken shit if they didn't.
You do what? You're gonna be a sandwich wench for all eternity?
Good girl.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Click.
Okay. I guess I am. What I saw was horrifying. Bodies lay spread across the wide room, all the way to the stairwell on the opposite corner. Men, women, children, all of them lying still, cuts on their arms and legs similar to mine, read, "Will you play with me?" Except these victims had something I didn't have. I looked at nearby women in horror. She laid on her back. Can you use a different word other than horror?
Disgust?
What? Yeah, disgust, shock.
Trauma? Something?
No.
Damn it. Maddie can't English.
Will you play with me? Is this like a rip on where it says will you play with me? Is this like a rip on I want to play a game?
I wish.
It'd be a lot better if it fucking was.
Yeah.
I want to play a game.
That guy, Tobin Bell's voice in those films is amazing.
It is.
What, Saw?
Yes, Saw.
Oh.
And Savitar in The Flash.
Oh, yeah. Rennie, remember that one meme you sent me?
What one meme?
The Do You Want to Play a Game? The Yu-Gi-Oh! Crossover.
Oh, that, yes.
It's like, you want to play a game? Pulls out a card.
You send me that, you'll be spammed with every single prepare to be judged meme I can find.
It's just like, king of games means king of all games.
There's only one game until you forget it.
Yes.
Okay,
right. I also made a Hellraiser reference earlier. I don't know if you were here to hear.
I'm not
me.
very smart.
I was talking to Omegon. Don't know if he was here to hear me.
I was probably asleep. Who knows? It's a mystery to me these days. I'm old.
Yeah. Well, you're not that old.
You're not old.
Ancient.
90s is old.
31 is antique.
Right. But, yeah. I don't know if you've seen Hellraiser. I have.
I have. Very good films. Very amusing.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, right. I forgot. I solved the lament configuration. Then I just...
Oh, that's what it was. I was like, what the hell are we talking about? What?
Hellraiser.
Yeah, I know. It was just like in the moment I was internally, I was just like, oh, okay. All right. I don't get this reference, but I'm going with it.
Yeah. It's like, I guess Pinhead and everyone else was just busy, you know, doing something else.
Pinhead was busy going down on his girlfriend with tragic effects.
Yes.
Sorry, tragic consequences.
Yes. He will spend an eternity knowing her flesh.
Well, he knew something, then she died.
Yeah. Or else she ended up like Frank Cotton in the first movie. Or I think it was Julia in the second one.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Yeah. She laid on her back, her stomach split open. As I came closer, what came into my sight was a large toy fire truck shoved in with her entrails. What?
Well, this is new to me.
Sorry,
why the fuck would somebody do that? Even if it's a fucking kid, why would you shove a fire truck? Wanted to see how something went in there, I guess. I don't fucking know.
Well, she said that she was having some stomach problems that was on fire. So the little girl called in the fire brigade.
Puns, I guess? Really bad ones? I don't know.
Well, she was having heartburn.
Mm-hmm. Can't wait to see where this is going.
Yeah. I choked back vomit and I backed away. A man laying against the wall had metal jacks stuck in both of his eyes.
If you've
Well,
ever
Drax
seen
is
those
a-
things, those can actually I've like held one before and they really like if you hold them too tightly they start to hurt.
That's why it was a weapon in American McGee's Alice from like 2000.
Oh, so they were kind of like gosh,
Yeah, they were projectile weapons.
yeah, so they were kind of like shuriken.
Sorta. Oh, Drax goes, "What's next?" Xenomorph popping out of the wall. And then Jason and Freddy Krueger and the Mike Myers.
You mean Beetlejuice? Was that Beetlejuice? Maybe.
No.
I'm probably very wrong.
Or Beetlejuice. He's next.
He dead.
And Nick Cage going, "No, no, the bees!
Nothing but the bees.
No, the bees! Ah, they're in my eyes!" Okay, his skull had caved in, and what lay next to him was a broken baseball bat, snapped in half in a pool of blood.
No, that's a legitimate question I'm going to ask. Whose blood was it?
Maybe it's his, maybe it's someone else's. A young boy lay lifeless in the very middle. His mouth was wide open, and sticking out of it was the beginning of a toy car track.
This little bitch is crazy.
What? How do you even fit that down there?
With great difficulty, but he got it there eventually. People said, no, you can't deep throat a toy car track. It can't be done. And he's like, we'll do this. I will succeed where others have failed.
It's beautiful.
Thrax says, and oh, not the face, not the face. And in response to the Freddy Krueger and Mike Myers, Mr. Problematic said, and Hillary Clinton.
That would have been scarier.
Bree says, where's the minority, handicapped, trans, non-binary, asexual midget with wings?
Dead. Didn't you know?
Purge from the world.
A different Cthulhu king came and got her.
And the Beetlejuice and not the bees and the oh my kidneys. I've heard this.
Ah, thank you, Thrax. Thank you.
All summed up in the stream. Those few sentences by Thrax.
Yes.
Sable skills. Ooh. Beautiful.
His chest was cut open and his heart lay next to his body. In place of his heart were dismantled pieces of a doll. So someone did play Alice in Madness Returns the same way.
Oh, damn it.
I actually finished that game 100%.
Oh. Well, yeah, but I'm just imagining like those little things that have like the porcelain doll faces shoved in them or whatever the hell.
Which one?
Ooh. The little black figures.
Again,
damn it, that sounded racist.
There are several.
That sounded so racist.
The small ones you first see at the beginning of the game.
Oh, the Insidious Ruin. Okay.
Yeah, the Insidious Ruin ones.
Yeah.
Sorry, I should have clarified.
They're bitches. Anyways.
Ew.
But yeah, his heart's gone. Maybe this is a crossover with Kingdom Hearts. There was a Heartless. He's heartless now.
Well, these are much darker than Kingdom Hearts. I thought children were supposed to have good in their hearts. Fuck.
They do.
Then how is this motherfucker good?
I said
Well, he's
most
good as
of
he stored
them.
his heart. His heart was taken out of him.
No,
It
I'm
was
talking about the girl
stolen.
that fucking killed him.
Oh, I don't care about
Yeah.
the girl.
Because of my patriarchy.
Exactly.
Yay. That's why I put on makeup
Nervy.
the other time.
Yay!
Yay. In all to say one word.
Yay!
Oh.
Whereas I could have sang the song.
La 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 la.
Alright. I would sing it at the end of this, but let's keep going.
That's how we close.
Right, yes. I don't think this wanting to... Okay, sorry. I lost my control and vomited. I cried for a moment because you were a bitch. And then but then the thought struck me. Where's the girl? Where's my representation? I didn't think this wanting to know where she was, of course. I thought it very briefly before noticing the stairwell that stood at the corner of the room. Yeah, you forgot to mention that again. I started walking towards it, but then I stopped, ... Something behind me was breathing heavily. One of them wasn't dead. This is the beginning of the zombie apocalypse.
Fuck!
Dun dun dun.
This is how it starts. Who was that, and how did you make that noise?
I bet.
That was
Right,
me.
I bet if
Okay.
zombies could actually, I bet if zombies could actually happen, they'd all sound like Patrick Stewart. No, yes, make it so. Yes, they'd all sound incredibly powerfully voiced. They wouldn't be making all those weird sounds. They'd just be like, "Jolly good, I'm about to devour your brains."
That would make everybody laugh.
There's one running. Let's grab that booty.
Grab the ass.
I want to role play with that one stamping on my testicles. You know it's true.
Oh my. I turned around. There stood the girl after having stood in the corner in wait the entire time. In wait?
I have no idea.
I can understand the phrase "lying in wait," but even then, that's a bit of a stretch. Like
limbo
what?
would have made more sense.
In limbo.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
entire
maybe.
time I was examining the bodies. She then
Examining
said in a high
necrophilia.
Oh! I wanted to see if I could get away with it first before she noticed. Dear Lord.
He's got nutted.
Yeah.
Hmm.
After having stood in the corner wait for the entire time I was examining the bodies, she then said in a high-pitched voice that pierced my ears with terror.
Holy mother.
If I'm warning, please.
I'm sorry.
Don't kill my ears, please.
That was actually Rennie's genuine orgasm sound. Just thought you should all know that.
Oh, don't tell people about our date, gosh.
Oh damn!
The sexual tension in this fucking stream, damn it.
Oh, my eyes are watering up. Will you play with me? She began screaming.
Oh my!
I turned to run away, but she was on me. Knife-sharp nails driving into my back and neck. They got into a car by themselves. They got into the truck that she put into the lady's entrails and just drove into your back.
They got the heck out of Dodge and said, as Mr. Problematic stated earlier, fuck this shit, I'm out.
But Skittles is like, why is my dog barking and why are my ears bleeding? I'm sorry.
My dogs have been surprisingly silent. What the fuck is this?
then Laura Bones goes, "Ba-dum."
But just Thrax said giggity.
Yeah. I struggled and eventually threw her off of me and onto the ground. Yes, you don't throw her off onto the ceiling.
Sorry. Mr. Problematic said, "Well, I'm off. I can only handle so much of the gay before I start craving pussy and coke." Damn it. All right.
Oh, I was just about to get fun.
Yeah, it was, but oh well, you can watch it later.
Well.
You can watch more of the gay later.
Yeah. I ran for the door, but it slammed shut. I banged on it and cursed. Started uttering curses from my spell book because
Wait,
I'm
she
a
fucked
Wiccan
the
all of a
door?
sudden. No.
So she banged the door, I'm just saying.
Oh. She got one of the bodies from down below and just had a quick second.
Oh.
I'm imagining as she's like halfway through the cigarette, she actually starts kicking the door. It's like blood running down my back. It would not open. She was on me again. I elbowed her face. She drove her nails into my back. They got back into that truck. I managed to push her off and turn around. As she lunged, I caught her, and I gave her a big hug.
No.
Because that's all she needed.
Oh, what the fuck?
But it turned out like the ring situation where it's like, no, that doesn't work.
My precious.
The Ring was
were
one of
an
the only
idiot.
films to ever scare the living shit out of me. I'd had this knockoff version of Red Bull from Tesco, some shop, and it's called Rooster, Red Rooster. And I drank this bottle, so I hadn't eaten, so I was having a bit of a moment, really, kind of like the drink had made my heart rate go up, and I'd gone to bed, woke up, and looked at my television and thought the girl was going to climb out. So I turned the TV around, put a towel over it, pushed it up against the wall, put my chair there, and then sat on the end of my bed, shaking, rocking backwards and forwards, wondering if the girl had gotten out of my television.
Oh my,
gosh.
when was this before or after you'd had the liter of espresso?
This was before. This was late 2007.
Oh.
That fucking scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, but Maddie's never heard that story, I don't think.
Oh, Lord.
The liter of espresso.
Ah, this sounds fun.
Hey, it was good. It was good times. Okay, good times.
Good times before we started crying and rocking in the fetal position.
Hey, I was on a 6-hour train ride. I needed it.
Yeah, that would probably justify needing the caffeine.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. I could not sleep for a while after watching this one fucking episode of Ghost Adventures that involved a shit ton of demons.
Yeah, I've been awake for about over 48 hours before.
Yeah. I kind of had the same once. I didn't. There was one time last week I didn't fucking sleep for until 3 a.m. And I had to go to school the next morning. I normally wake up at 6. So
I didn't sleep at all. I was going to have a sleepover that night, and I was wanting to be prepared for it. I actually got up and I did laundry because I couldn't sleep.
Oh, look at you womaning well.
Yes.
Good girl.
But I was it was about 4 a.m. when my parents heard the dryer and stuff, and they're like, what's going on? And they see me sitting on the floor, in the crouch position, got my knees hugged up to my chest, and I'm like, hello. What are you doing up this late? It's like, why are you up so early? It's like, I didn't sleep. Go to bed.
No fucking sleep.
I can't sleep. I'm not tired. They're just like, okay, whatever. They'll go to bed eventually.
Yay.
But
Bedtime.
I then went to the sleepover. We stayed up for longer. And then I didn't go to sleep until around 10 o'clock the following night after the sleepover.
Those are always fun.
And it's not because it wasn't I had to go to school again. No, it's because I just didn't want to. Anyways. Okay. Her her big black eyes inches away from mine, her nails plunged into my face. They've got the plunger attachment now. Her screams deafening my ears. She raised one hand, smiling ear to ear, and her hand plunged down on my eyes. Everything went black. On your eyes? Do you mean in your eyes?
Who the fuck knows? And it is raining outside.
Everything went black. Racist.
That's racist.
I woke up in the hospital, bandages covering my body, including both of my eyes. A police officer stood in my room, and I suddenly turned into Daredevil. Because I can tell there's a police officer standing next to me because I've got bandages on my eyes, as they said. Speaking with a doctor, they saw I was awake and smiled. I can only guess they smiled. They informed me I was the only survivor of a mass murder, and that the suspect, a middle-aged man, had been captured. I told them about the girl. They said no girl was found at the scene. Oh yes, that middle-aged man that was never mentioned. They didn't believe me. They told me I should rest. They were saying that they need to rest. You've already been sleeping long enough. 2 weeks passed and I was cleared to leave. As I exited the hospital, permanently scarred on my arms, face, back, and sides, I passed the waiting room. Wait a second. Didn't you just say that you exited the hospital? Like,
maybe she exited a specific ward, I guess?
I guess, maybe. It had some toys. It's like, I passed the waiting room. It had some toys lying on the ground. The game Jax, a toy fire truck, a doll, and a toy car track. And then suddenly I was so triggered. There it actually makes sense.
Yeah. For once in our lives.
Sitting with these toys was a small girl with long black hair. She wore a white gown. She looked up at me and smiled widely. And in a voice that pierced every cut on my body, she said, "Will you play with me?"
She said it like Tobin Bell, though. She's like, "Will you play with me?"
How the fuck?
She's hiding something more. It's like she's hiding something more than a ghost body underneath that dress.
Yay! Conflict.
And this somehow got an 8.9, when it was more gore than story. I know it's a terrible story, Laura. That's why I picked it.
This is supposed to be bad creepypastas, Laura. I'm sorry for sharing this with you.
Dave says, even though I'm kind of new to creepypasta, I gotta say, this is definitely one of the top stories, and they spelled stories wrong. Well written. Definitely. I like the words you, seemingly, carefully chose. Good tension throughout the whole story. She's creepy. I have to admit, a little longer would have been nice. No, it was too long. And there were also some nice repetitions in it. No. All in all, 9 out of 10. No. James is like, they said the girl was actually a man dressed up as a 6-year-old girl, and he was murdering everyone. That would have been better.
How the fuck would that have been better, you complete and total fucking dumbass cunt?
I will say that, like, Orphan had something where it's, like, she's actually in her 30s, but she actually looks like a little girl.
Yeah, that can technically be done. You can have somebody who's considerably younger than they fucking look. Older than they fucking look, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn.
I look younger than I am.
I look older than I am.
I met, like, one of my grandpa's friends, and he guessed I was 16.
I thought you were about 19. but I honestly wasn't sure.
I'm 20.
I'm 19.
Congratulations.
Ooh.
You need to look up her story. What story?
What story? What are you talking about? What the hell?
Someone came back, countered that guy who was like, they said that the girl was actually just a man dressed up as a 6-year-old. Someone responded to that, they were like, or a 6-year-old girl dressed up as a middle-aged man.
How would a fucking 6-year-old be that smart? Granted, one of my cousins was about 6, and she told me she thought that our second cousin was a fucking dumbass. Didn't say those words, but... I mean, I guess they can be smart, but I don't know if they're that smart as to create a situation where they could commit a mass murder. But I guess if they're demented enough, by all means. A kid actually conceiving that shit with their mind would be fucking creepy, though.
Yeah, but it's like William Dean says, delicious, very creepy, and sad. No.
No,
Fuck
the
you.
one word reply, gay.
I don't have an account on this site, and I don't want to set one up.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said the last time, because it tried to, like, fucking sign me up for one because I left the tab open for too long. I'm like, no, fuck you.
The young girl with black hair. This cliche deserves its own category on this site. You get points for grammar, but for the plot, I give this a 3 out of 10. No, it deserves less, because...
Anonymous, right? You know damn well who's reading that and masturbating the entire time. No,
Anonymous
don't
is
come
just a
in,
jerk
Mom.
off.
I'm busy. I'm
Well,
doing
they
my
didn't
homework,
make it.
Mom.
Lord.
But yeah, the grammar wasn't as bad as some of these other stories we've read,
Yeah,
but that's not saying much.
it really, really isn't.
It's like, this sounds like something from my sister's mind. I love it. Of course you do.
Of course you do. You're probably fucking your sister, you little shit.
Oh, God. Is this from someone in Alabama by chance? Fucking
It
your
might
sister
be.
mother?
Someone says, wow, how boring. Yeah, it wasn't that interesting.
Yeah.
Someone else says, wow, you need to get a life because this is a really creepy story. Unless you're 5-year-old girl that likes to play with Barbie saying, let me wet my pants. What is that even supposed to mean? Is that supposed to be a burn?
Sick
Because
burn,
if
bro.
so, you were like on level with some of the fucking DeviantArt ranters, self-proclaimed.
Okay, so
that I
I've
see on this website.
yeah, I've been on there quite a bit. Yeah, there are some really shitty commenters. If you want to see quality comments that really like push it, you got to go to somewhere like Master of Malt, some of the alcohol websites. I've been one of my favorite comments is someone wrote a review for a 14-year-old whiskey, and they said if this was a person, I'd be in prison. I thought it was beautiful.
Very.
It was a good scotch as well. I'll give them that.
Oh, my dog's shaking. Come here, Jackson.
Yeah.
Alcohol withdrawal.
There was somebody that we saw their account, and that this person made stamps and stuff. They make a lot of really preachy SJW stamps.
Oh, Nummy Pixels.
No, I thought we were gonna say the name.
Oh, well, fuck.
Not Nummy Pixels.
Well, I mean, then you got to figure out the spelling, and you also got to figure out, how are you going to contact them? Because almost every single one of their deviations has the comments disabled.
Yeah, I think one of the most delicious stamps that this person's made is like, of course you don't understand misgendering. You're cis. No. Also, they have a stamp that's
shit.
like, this is what got us blocked by this girl. Going like,
So proud.
The best thing you can be is a dyke on a bike.
yeah, Lou actually said some things to this person, and they didn't really allow her to have a different opinion. They talked, Lou talked to them
Hold on.
3 times, then got blocked, and then I made I actually made a reply. I was trying to be kind of a troll a little bit. I'm like, nah, my dude, bikes are pretty lame. And I got a response like,
I love how your homophobic friend tattled and had to get more people to be homophobic to lesbians. Keep it classy, gentlemen.
Complains
like-
about misgendering. Fucking misgenders 2 girls.
yeah.
The fuck?
But it's just like, oh my goodness.
And it's telling that they believe that it's automatically either a dude, like dudes and homophobes that are on their site complaining. Like,
Yeah. Obviously, it's the evil cis white males.
from fucking Alabama.
Yeah.
We're picking on that
But
state
it's
so
like-
bad.
And she immediately blocked me. Didn't even give me a chance to defend myself. Never once did I say anything bad about lesbians. Way to conflate my dislike for cyclists with homophobia. Let me know when you find out where the Illuminati is, as well as let me know when Half-Life 3 comes out, okay? Also, they want to throw a bitch fit about misgendering, and then they proceed to misgender both of us. Yeah, real fucking classy,
Ugh.
child. I'm so convinced you're a rational person and not a butthurt SJW wingnut.
It doesn't
Class
fucking
act.
help that they're like 15 or 16. At least that's what their fucking profile says.
And just decides I'm trans.
Oh,
Somehow.
fuck.
That's why I kind of worry about people like Milo and Justin.
I worry about everybody who has a fucking account who is under the age of like 16, 17. There's just like concern there.
Yeah.
Oh, my
'Cause it's
fucking dog is shaking.
I'm worried because I'm just that kind of sensitive little person. It's just like, I don't really want this to impact anyone really negatively. Because that can really mess you up.
Me neither, but I have a fucking shitty way of showing it.
Oh, look, she's 16.
Just
And
fucking
says-
said it.
And says evil fugly siren.
Apparently that's what she
No.
fucking calls herself or some shit. I don't fucking know. Some stupid little shit on the internet. That's about all I've fucking conflated it to. For me, it's just a funny fucking story to tell friends and make them laugh.
Yeah.
It's nothing more than a joke to me, to be honest with you. I don't like drawing it out too much, but
I think I've only ever been blocked by 3 people.
yeah. I mean, I've shit posted and I've trolled people, and that's probably about the only reason that I've been legitimately fucking blocked or like kicked.
Yeah.
But yes.
I guess I'm just too much of a goody two-shoes sometimes.
Oh, adorable.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't even have that big of a rebel phase when I was a teenager.
Me neither,
I
to be
didn't either,
honest.
to be honest. I was in advanced classes ever since I was a kid, so I was too busy doing other stuff.
Understandable.
Like
I mean, I
just
didn't
trying
really
to prove I
have-
was superior to everyone else. I was such a dick about it as well. Just look around the classroom and be like, I'm better than all of you.
Almost like an Anna Kasparian moment.
Yeah, but I did it before Anna tried to make it look cool.
It didn't
Actually,
work,
once
did
for a
it?
show for
Aw.
I had to read an essay once in front of a class. Everyone else did theirs, and I was last because I hated doing it. And I simply stood up and said, "I'm going to preemptively say right now, every last one of you at everything
Oh,
except
wow.
Spanish."
Fuck. Uh,
I can speak a little bit of Spanish, just...
Oh, I can too. I can too. Ready? I'll try some now. Do you stew chips?
Two
There you go. There's some
stew
Spanish
chips.
for you. Yeah. The S was just a slip of the tongue. Do you do chips? 2 pints of beer, please. Dos pintas de cerveza. Come on, hand it over.
Yay. That was alright. Yeah. Good.
I know it was. I
Yay.
speak some.
I speak some, and my uncle will sometimes write to me in Spanish.
Well, the annoying thing was the only reason I got stuck with Spanish is because of the timetables. Otherwise, I would have gone with French because French is like a third language to me. So there was
Yeah.
no real issue with me taking it as a qualification because I would have gotten the GCSE or the qualification to prove that I was already fluent.
Yeah, French is the language I ended up taking in high school. I tried Spanish in middle school, but it wasn't really.
Yeah, I got stuck with Spanish because of timetables being messed up. Yeah, it pissed me off.
My dog
So I
looks
spent the
like he's
entire
gonna
time just
fucking piss
roaring.
himself right now.
I was just doing arts the whole time. I didn't care.
Yeah.
I had like this one response that I had done for the if I was going to do a video about the questions for white people, like from like questions white people have for white people. One of them goes like, "I'm half Mexican," and end his questions with that. I'm just like, I actually came up with an entire response in Spanish.
When I first saw that video, every response I originally gave was, "I don't give a fuck. Give me a reason to give a shit."
Please,
But
I'm
no.
looking for one and I can't find a single motherfucker
Yeah.
out here.
In the palm of my hand is the total number of fucks I give, and my hand is currently empty. What am I supposed to do with this?
I can't get any sympathy from this.
Well, I can read out my response
Exactly.
if anyone wants to hear it.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. I'm probably not going to be able to understand half of it, so.
Okay,
I'm really bad at this.
Okay, escúcheme muy con cuidado. Mexicano no es una raza idiota. Soy azteca y irlandés y escocesa me hacen desear cargado con genocidio y opresión. Solo porque te odias una parte de ti mismo. No significa todos mestizos nosotros odiamos a nosotros también. No hablas para nosotros. Ahora, cállate carajo, puta. Now tell me what I said, Mr. I'm half Mexican.
I got the bitch part. I got most of that, actually. Not bad.
Mhm.
Yeah,
What you actually said was, blah, 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 bitch.
Well, the last part is like, now shut the fuck up, bitch.
I know.
Yeah.
Every kid in school, the first thing they wanted to learn with a second language were the profanities. It's like
yes.
when I worked with mostly Polish and Hungarian people, the Polish people taught me all the swear words for Polish first. Hungarian did the same thing. It's like they told me to go up to someone, right, and go up to another fellow Hungarian coworker and say, "Soblefas." Soblefas means suck my dick. Okay, I decided to embellish on it and go "Soblefas de buzi bohots," which means suck my dick, you gay clown. I went
That's
out of my way to learn. Hungarian's a really good language, especially for insulting people. Like saying hello and goodbye is like aloha. They have one word "sia" for hello and goodbye, much like aloha. She's really clever.
Aloha.
I like it. Very
Yeah.
lazy, and I like it.
Yeah, for me, it's like sitting back. First bad French word that I learned was merde. Shit.
Everyone learned that word first.
Yeah, it was kind of the typical thing. But funny story about one of my grandpa's friends. He's French Canadian, and so
Yay.
he bought me this umbrella that my mother will not fucking let me have out in public once she learned what it meant. But it says something like I can't remember the translation, but the English words are "oh shit, it's raining." It's like on the side of the umbrella, so
Get
he got
that
this
umbrella.
best umbrella ever.
I live by the ocean, so I'd never be able to carry it because the wind would just destroy it. That does sound like a fun umbrella.
Yeah, it is. It's almost like one of the picnic ones where it's pretty big, so it's not really like one of the
Like a
handheld
parasol
small
than
ones.
an umbrella.
Almost, but it's still an umbrella. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Alright, I'm looking up a thing for crochet because I just want to right now.
Mhm.
You might like this. I might just show it on the stream. Because I'm actually pretty good at crocheting. I taught myself how to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
More womanly duties, very fitting.
Exactly. I was trying to find someone that could crochet tentacle gloves.
Aw, that'd be cute. Let me see if I can find something like that.
Aw. Yeah, I like that. Because my avatar's hands, you see they're green and purple? Well, that's
Yeah.
derived from tentacle gloves that I saw online.
Ooh.
Oh! I found something.
What?
Alright, this is how it
I-
works.
I'm gonna pop it in the Hangout chat. It's an image, but it's a
Alright,
scarf.
I am now
Oh, the
determined
scarf. You
I
don't
want to
normally
make
tuck
this.
your hands into the. Yeah, there's one of those, right, where you can tuck your hands into the ends like gloves. No, but it's a bit
Oh, so
bigger.
it's like that's like fucking Splatoon or something.
Yeah,
Ooh,
it's
Splatoon.
awesome. I need to learn to crochet so I can make one for winter.
I know how to crochet. I can sort of give like a bit of a rundown.
Maybe some other time. I'm getting tired now, so it wouldn't be advisable right now.
Alright, so should I do the thing now?
Do whatever you want. It's your stream.
I meant like this. I meant like this, singing the song.
Oh yes, do it to close us, Rennie.
Okay. I try to live my life every day, keep out of strife, come what may. I try to do unto others as I'd have them do to me, but it can't be done for everyone, and now it's plain to see. You are a cunt, a big fat stinky cunt. Say it ain't true, but I'm here to tell you you're a motherfucking cunt. You are a cunt, a motherfucking cunt. Everybody knows me, head to your toes, you're a big fat stinky cunt. Good night, everybody!